Smoky citrus is one of the best hidden gem fragrances that nobody's talking about. Hey, what's going on? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content, so you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below and also go ahead and check out my Instagram page. But that's right, guys. Today I'm bringing you a hidden gem that's not spoken about at all. It's not even on Fragrantica, and that is Amouroud Smoky Citrus. I honestly love this fragrance so much, and hopefully I get some of you guys on the hype train because this stuff is very good and under the radar. I actually wore this as my scent of the day today, got to know it even more and just felt even more in love with it. Also recently featured this in my 2023 spring list, and I had a couple of you guys ask about it because there's not really any reviews, there's no information about it at all. So here's a full review of it right now. Now I quickly want to mention that this was sent out for review by Amouroud, but I actually picked this one because it just stood out to me. Smoky citrus. I've been loving my citrus fragrances and I love my smoky fragrances, so those combined together absolutely sound amazing. So let's go over some information about this fragrance. Now it is fairly new. It was launched in 2022, so that's also probably another reason why not many people is talking about this one yet. Now for the retail price, on the only size I believe they come in, which is the 100 ml like I have in hand, is going to run you $225. However, I've seen these go for big discounts online, so if you can find it discounted, it might be well worth checking out. The concentration is in eau de parfum, and for the perfumer, I tried to do a lot of research because I even want to know for myself who was the nose behind this beautiful fragrance, but unfortunately, I cannot find that information, so that's going to be unknown for now. Hopefully, they release that information sometime in the future. So with all the information out of the way, let's go look at the packaging and presentation you get with Smoky Citrus now. All right, take a look at this box. Of course, it's black and gold. You have that Amouroud kind of plaque on the box as well, which is a nice touch. Nothing on the sides. On the back, you do have your information, made in USA. So this is a USA-based brand, which is always cool. Eau de parfum, of course. On the bottom, you do have some of your information with your barcode and probably a batch code as well right there, actually, to authenticate your product and see when it was produced. On the top, the perfumer's workshop, and inside of this box, another nice attention to detail is you get this Amouroud kind of pouch where your fragrance actually is inside. So awesome box. Let's look at the bottle now. All right, taking a look at this bottle, it does kind of look similar to the box, the same kind of plaque on the front. It is a black bottle, of course. I'm not sure if it's really see-through. On the bottom, you do have your sticker with some of your information, nothing on the back. On top, you have the perfumer's workshop as well. Nothing inside of the cap, but this cap is very heavy. It is metal. Nothing on the atomizer, and it does kind of click into place, and it does hold on pretty snugly. In the top, you have bergamot, lemon, and petitgrain. In the mid, you have lavender, minerals, and eucalyptus. And in the base, you have oak moss, patchouli, and leather. And this fragrance would, of course, be classified as a smoky citrus. So let's go in and spray it and test out the atomizer. Very nice distribution. Even though it's not pressurized, you don't really need it to be because it sprays a ton of juice. So let's go ahead and remind myself of this awesome fragrance. So right off the bat, when you spray this one, you're gonna get a burst of this juicy, zesty lemon note, guys. Right away, also, you do get that smokiness, which I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it smells like a lemon that's been smoked for like days. That's the vibe I get with this, and it's so incredible. I'm not really getting much of that bergamot. The petitgrain, though, it is bringing a kind of a green undertone to the opening along with that citrusy lemon note. This fragrance is right on my alley, guys. I am in love with this scent profile. So fresh, bright, citrusy, and smoky. I have to get this out of the way because you may be thinking this is similar to like Creed Aventus, because that is a citrusy, smoky fragrance. At least used to be smoky, not really so much anymore. It's more so fruity, but it is in the same realm as Aventus, but it's a completely different fragrance. Like, this will not remind you of Aventus, but it does have that smoky citruses going on in this fragrance. That's the same characteristics as Aventus. But if you love like old batches of Aventus, like the smokiness in that fragrance, this is for you without a doubt. Now, as it starts to dry down to the mid is when you're gonna start getting these aromatic qualities from this nice spicy lavender note. Like, I'm always a sucker for a good spicy lavender. I do like the creamy lavenders. I like sometimes when it comes across maybe powdery, but my favorite is that spicy lavender, and you definitely get a burst of it in here. Now, there is those minerals in this fragrance as well. It's not really like metallic or aquatic or anything along those lines, which is good. I'm not the biggest fan of aquatic fragrances. The eucalyptus might be there too, just bringing this uplifting kind of happy nature about the mid. So yeah, the mid is full of aromatic qualities from the lavender and this sort of like nice green, maybe herbal eucalyptus note. There definitely is some greenness going on, obviously from the top, from the petitgrain and the eucalyptus in the mid. But it's not necessarily a green fragrance, just has some green qualities. So once we do get our way into the base of smoky citrus, you are gonna get a nice earthy oak moss and patchouli note. It's not really so earthy though, it's just kind of there to give it a nice well-rounded base. Now, you also do get that leather, and to my nose, I'm actually thinking the smokiness is coming from that leather note. There's no really like birch in here, there's no incense or anything like that. The only thing that could come to mind is a smoky leather. And you definitely do get this very kind of rugged, black, smoky leather note in the base. Also might be there in the top, but it definitely comes out even more as it starts to settle on skin. But to be honest, since I wore this today, it actually takes a few hours to get into the base and get things situated, because the top and mid lasts a very long time, which I can't complain about because I love a good top note that actually lasts more than like 30 minutes like most fragrances. And that might have to do with this not really coming across that natural. It's not like a very, very natural smelling fragrance. You can definitely pick up some synthetics, which isn't a bad thing. I have nothing to complain about when it comes to synthetic notes, of course. They just boost the performance, and you pretty much need them nowadays. Every fragrance uses synthetics along with naturals. They're kind of, most of the time, just combined together, and they both serve completely different purposes, because if you have a full natural fragrance, it's not gonna last long at all, and that's just the reality of the truth. But let's talk about the best seasons and occasions to wear smoky citrus. I think this is best for the fall, spring, and summertime. Definitely the warmer months like spring and summer, just because of how bright and citrusy this fragrance is, but also because of that smokiness that is in this fragrance makes it good for like the fall time. Not necessarily the winter. I wouldn't say this is like the best winter fragrance. There's nothing really kind of resinous or like creamy from vanilla or nothing like that in the base. So yeah, more suited for fall, spring, and summer. Even though you could wear this one as a signature scent if you really wanted to, it would get the job done all 4 seasons. Which, by the way, when I first got this fragrance in, I fell absolutely in love with it, and I almost thought about making it my signature scent, which I still might. It definitely suits me to a T of everything that I like in a fragrance. It's just so hard to actually have a signature when I'm always wearing different things, testing different things, have nearly 400 bottles. So that was the only reason, even though this could definitely be my signature without a doubt. For occasions, this is actually very versatile. You can wear this one dressed up in like obviously a dress shirt, a suit, a tuxedo. But you can also dress it down wearing like shorts, jeans, a hoodie, a t-shirt. It just pretty much works for all occasions and you will fit in. Let's talk about the gender and age groups that best suit smoky citrus. This is through and through a masculine fragrance. It just has those kind of like gentlemanly masculine vibes in here. Obviously with the bright citruses, the bergamot, lemon, very, very green. Well, not very green, slightly green, which brings that masculinity. And the aromatic qualities from the lavender and the smokiness. So yeah, definitely the masculine side. As far as age groups though, it is also versatile in there. If you're a younger guy, you can wear this one easily, like even in your teenage years, but you can also wear this one if you are a little bit more mature or even like 30s, 40s and up. It just works for all age groups. I always respect and love a good versatile fragrance that pretty much anybody can wear. You can wear it any occasions, any seasons, and it just works and gets the job done. And this makes you fit in everywhere you go. To me, this actually smells like a younger guy that maybe was a dropout out of high school or college and is very, very wealthy. Either became an entrepreneur or like sells and trades stocks online or crypto. That's the vibe I get with this one, is a younger guy that is wealthy. For the performance of smoky citrus, guys, like I said, it was my scent of the day. And I got above average performance from this fragrance. Easily 8+ hours. without hesitation. Not necessarily like a beast mode and nuclear fragrance. It's not really gonna fill an entire room when you walk in, but it does last a very long time, and people from a good distance will smell you when you're wearing this one. I was actually shocked how long this stuff was projecting off of my skin. I was obviously like getting my skin heated up and sweating and stuff like that, which does push off the fragrance even more. But man, this stuff was just lingering around my scent bubble pretty much all day. And the scent COs that this stuff left, guys, I would love to be known for this fragrance, like my signature, like I said. It just smells so good in the air, and I can't really see anybody complaining about not liking this fragrance. Perhaps maybe a few people because of the smokiness, but I can see this one being a huge compliment getter, especially with the ladies, guys, because of how like masculine this fragrance comes across. It's an absolute banger from the house of Amouroud, which I think I'm pronouncing right. I actually have a few others from this house that I will be reviewing in the future, but this one absolutely took the center stage for me, and it was just a love at first sniff. But that's gonna do it for my review of Smoky Citrus. So let me know down below if you have any experience with this house, if you're thinking about trying Smoky Citrus. I know a lot of you guys were actually kind of curious about this one since it's not talked about. But if you do actually pick up a bottle, leave a comment down below and let me know how you like it, and I'm sure you'll love it just as much as I do. But besides that, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.